So Ben, welcome back to Southend United. How pleased are you to have signed permanently?
Yeah, it's good to get it done. Since obviously being here on loan, I love my time here, and when there was a chance for me to come back, I was really looking forward to trying to get a deal done, and I'm glad that we've managed to get it done.
And why did you want to come back to the club, and what role did the gaffer Kevin Mayer have in that sort of process?
Yeah, listen, it was like I said, I enjoyed it here. The staff, the players, obviously everything behind the scenes, I've really enjoyed. There's a great group of players, and the staff obviously are well within that. And playing in front of all the fans here and the incredible fan base was something that I enjoyed when I was here, and I wanted to be part of again.
And then you came here in your first instance off the back of quite a serious injury, and then you're having to work your way back into playing week in, week out. How much did you enjoy that opportunity in the first place? Obviously,
getting injured is not in anyone's interests. Obviously, I had to work hard to get back fit, and ever since then, I felt like I've been fit and I've been playing well. When I've had a run of consistency, and I didn't have that really at the start of Colchester with a facial injury. Come back from that, and I had a bit of a groin niggle, and then the team were doing well on an unbeaten run. So for me, it was about trying to find a consistency of games, and obviously coming here, I had that, and probably at the beginning I sort of had to find my feet again a little bit with the consistency and finding my legs again, and but I feel like when I come into a bit of form and the consistent games started to come, I felt like I was sort of back to myself.
You mentioned those consistent run of games. It coincided with a real upturn in form as we pushed towards the playoffs. How much did those results actually make it a little bit easier for you to feel bedded in?
Yeah, obviously winning's it becomes a habit in a way. The momentum sort of really with you, and the playoffs were special and something really great to be a part of, and the boys and the staff definitely helped being all together and sort of a tight knit group, and leading up into the Wembley final. We all gave everything, and I think you can see that where we've come from behind, and we had 320-minute games in the end, where we've all sort of battling to the end, and it was unfortunate the way it sort of panned out for everyone involved with the football club, but the momentum of leading up to the final and the run that we did have in the playoffs was something sort of really special.
Well, yeah, the team were performing really well. You made your own significant contributions with some big blocks at one end and then some really important goals at the other. How much confidence did this give you in your football, and how much were you enjoying that spell?
Goals are great, and assists are great. Obviously, for me being a defender, I wanna try and put my body in the way where it hurts and stop goals going in. Yes, could I have done better in certain moments, especially probably in my time here? Yes, but it's all about learning, I think, and everybody makes mistakes. But I think the most important thing is how you react to those mistakes, and how little of them you can make, and if I can come back and do that, where I'm really trying to get a groove on, and making sure that I'm putting my body on the line first before I contribute up the other end, then yeah, I'd be really happy.
You met back up with a lot of the team earlier this morning. How much did you enjoy seeing some familiar faces again?
Yeah, I've met some great friends here for the short time that I was here. They're a great group of people, and even the new lads that I met this morning seemed like a great bunch, and I really feel like with the group that we had last year and the additions that we've had coming in so far, I really feel like the group is only going to get stronger, and I feel that if we can do that, then it's only going to help when we step on the football pitch.
Yeah, on top of your own return, we've had a lot of players stick around for the next and locked in for next season. How important is this continuity going forward into a new campaign? Yeah,
I think keeping the group together is probably the most important thing, because the way the club were at the start of the season to where they were at the end of the season is such an achievement in itself, and for the majority of the boys that were there at the start of the season to end it the way that we did with the playoff final push, and something really to try and have some sort of success out of it. And I think keeping all those boys together with a few additions to help push us on, I think is really going to put us in good stead from the first game of the season and onwards.
And briefly touching on Wembley, how much does the experience of that day motivate you to make a real impact this season?
It motivates me more than anything because I'm lucky enough to play there twice, and I've lost there twice, and the heartbreak of losing there twice is really something that you want to go back and finally stamp your name that you've won there. But I think it only puts us in a good position now this season that we can use that as fuel to go again and make it our season this year.
When you mentioned the fans earlier in this talk, how much have you enjoyed their support recently, and how much are you looking forward to getting reacquainted with them again?
Like I said earlier, the fan base is unreal. You saw that especially towards the end of the season, where home games and the last few home games is bringing nearly 10,000 into home games and really showing the support, and obviously with the playoff push. And I think it's a cliche thing to say sometimes when some people say that the fans are always behind us, but I really truly mean that. When we're away at Rochdale and at Forest Green, and then they're bringing their numbers to Wembley, and the amount of numbers that they do bring, and the voice behind it, I think it only spurs every player on the football pitch to give it your all. And if you're tired in a game, then they really give you the motivation just to keep going and to not give up, and make sure that we can try and put a smile on their face, because they're an integral part to a football club, and especially this football club.